Hi friends. It has been a little while since I have seen you last for our spiritual discipline series. And I am excited tonight because we're going to do something a little bit different. I can't tell you that there is a spiritual discipline in the quote-unquote handbook of spiritual disciplines called reframing, or maybe resilience is also a good topic for tonight's lesson. But since we have all been through quite a bit the last month, and I myself have been struggling a little bit with just the daily realities of being a mom in a pandemic, I thought perhaps that tonight we would focus on the concept, the idea, the practice of reframing our story, what is going on in our lives. So, in order to help us do this, I came across this beautiful book and I wanted to share it with you. So I am going to read it to you. It's not very long, and I hope that you really enjoy this story as much as I do. And afterwards, I will say a few words. It is entitled Betty Confetti, an inspirational story about God at work. Betty was creative. She had Jesus in her heart. Her favorite part of school was creating beautiful art. She aimed for joy, not perfection, in everything she shared. Even when she got it wrong, her friends knew sweet Betty cared. Making handmade crafts and gifts was always such a delight, but sometimes Betty's grand vision didn't turn out quite right. Once Betty added glitter to a picture, just a touch, but then it stuck together with the glue. She just used too much. Once she painted a bright rainbow, then looked up with a frown. The colors all ran together, and now everything was brown. Oh no, Betty gasped. She'd messed up on a swirly letter. She'd scratched it out and almost quit. But could she make it better? Betty started thinking. A big smile crept across her face. She thought she'd found a great way to bounce back from her mistakes. The art class had a loud machine. They called it a shredder. And when Betty fed her art inside, out came something better. Hey, pass me your scrap of paper, friends, Betty exclaimed with glee. When it's all mixed together, are mistakes you cannot see. Her friends all groaned and shrieked. Are you sure about this, Betty? She just laughed and gave them all 2 handfuls of confetti. Confetti is just trash that chose a much happier life. We're celebrating joy and fun instead of stress and strife. God walks our journeys with us, and He knows us the very best. Even when we make mistakes, He doesn't love us any less. So the next time you mess up in life, don't run and hide your face. Turn your mess into confetti, friend, and give yourself some grace. Go ahead, start today. You're fully equipped already. You're never too young or too old to make some confetti. This book is written by a young lady named Megan Taylor, and I highly recommend it. It is very joyful. So, maybe you're asking yourself, well, this is a departure and very interesting, Lauren. What were you thinking? Well, I will tell you. A couple of things. I love this story because Betty wants to do all these nice things. She wants to make beautiful art, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. But instead of getting discouraged, instead of throwing away her art, instead of being sad or telling her friends that she just can't come through for them, she decides to find another thing to do with it. Another way to make something beautiful out of something that wasn't so great. And I think that's a pretty profound lesson. I don't know about you, but there have been several moments, several hours, several instances in my life where I feel like all of the colors have just run together and all I see is brown. But what I've learned is that with a little bit of prayer, a little bit of time, and a little bit of distance, the Lord can make confetti out of just about anything. Probably anything, actually. So I want to encourage you with that two things. One, if you've made a mistake lately, if you feel like you've just been kind of doing all the wrong things, saying all the wrong things, maybe yelling at your kids too much, or not saying enough good things to your spouse, or not reaching out enough to your friends, whatever it is, whatever mistakes you feel like maybe you've been making, it's okay. It's okay to give ourselves some grace, especially right now, because life is just hard. And the Lord doesn't see the brown, He just sees the potential for confetti. So I want to give you that encouragement today. And if things are swirling around you and you feel like the situation is out of control, and maybe you found yourself in a place in your life where you didn't expect to be, everything looks brown, turn it over to God. Give Him the opportunity to shred it up, change it up, and make some confetti for you. I have this tendency to think that it's all on me, right? That what I'm doing in life, the decisions I make, I can just like power through it. And I think a lot of us kind of get in that rut, right? Because we are responsible people and we want to do the responsible things and do the things we're supposed to do. Or maybe that's just because I'm an Enneagram type 1 and I just like to do everything right in the world. But whatever it is, I think we all kind of get stuck in ourselves, right? In our own little patterns of things. And sometimes all we can see is brown. We can't see the potential for the confetti. So I just wanted to encourage you today to step back and offer prayer in your life. Ask the Lord to make confetti out of the places that are stuck with glue, out of the places that seem where all the colors have run together into brown, out of the places that really just seem kind of hopeless or unredeemable. And I think that's our great hope, is that everything can be redeemed through Christ and through God. So today, that's my thought about reframing, about being resilient, about coming to the Lord and saying, I don't have this. And I probably was never meant to. I was never meant to have everything or to hold everything or to be able to do everything. So I'm going to give it to you today, God. I'm going to give it to you, and I'm looking for the ways that you're going to make confetti appear in my life. I hope that you've enjoyed Betty Confetti and our spiritual practice for today of reframing our mistakes, reframing our struggles, reframing the places where we feel stuck in life, and being resilient, learning how to see the situation in a new way. And I look forward to hearing your stories of confetti. Take care.